Hello everyone, welcome back to the Blue Review. Today I'm going to be ranking every TARDIS interior. This one I never actually really thought about. I mean, every console we've had, I've always thought, oh yeah, I like that or I don't like that, but I've never actually ranked them. So it's interesting trying to place them. Some were more difficult than others. Some were easy to rank though, like really high or really low, because some of them have been really good and some of them have been really bad. So let's begin the video. And starting at number 14, we have the Series 14 Wooden TARDIS. Now, this one I don't like at all. This is obviously going to be my least favourite. It's wooden, it's dark, it's just horrible. There's not really anything I could find that I like about this TARDIS. I mean, I don't know what the creators at the time were thinking. I mean, looking back at season 1 of Doctor Who, and then looking at this one, it's just, what were they thinking? It's just such a downgrade. The woodenness looks horrible. It doesn't feel very spacey at all, the wood, and then it's very dark. Even like the console itself, it doesn't have like any sort of lights or pillar going up and down. It's just very plain, very boring. I've got no idea what they're thinking with that one. So yeah, definitely my least favourite at number 14 with a wooden TARDIS from Series 14. Great, and at number 13 we have the Series 9 John Pertwee TARDIS. This one again, I don't know what they were thinking. It's such a downgrade from season 1. I mean, it's like season 1's, but worse. I mean, the Roundlers look awful. I mean, they look like, I don't know, like cereal bowls or something. They just look really, really bad. So no, I really don't like this one at all. Feels very small as well. Just, yeah, not a favourite one of mine at all. So at number 13, it'll be season 9. Great, and at number 12 we have season 13's TARDIS. Now this one I don't like as well. The Roundlers, some of them are flat, some of them don't even emit light. It's a very small TARDIS again, not really big on the inside, it doesn't give off that vibe. So yeah, I don't like that one because of that as well. And yeah, it's just not a favourite of mine, just very small and very plain, I would say. Yeah, so at 12 will be season 13's TARDIS. And at number 11 we have season 15 to 20. This one is an improvement on the others, but I still don't like it. It still feels too plain and too small. I don't like the console much. It's just, yeah, not a favourite. So, yeah, that's why I've placed that one here. And at number 10, we have Season 8's TARDIS. Now, this one's more close to the original, so I do like this one. But it's still not as good as the original, so that's why I've put it at 10. There's not much to say about this one. It's alright. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad either. So, yeah, at number 10, it'll be Season 8's TARDIS. Great, and at number 9 we have Series 7's Matt Smith's TARDIS. Now, this one I would put higher if it wasn't for Capaldi's. It's good, it's nice, but compared to what Pete Capaldi had, this one is quite plain if you compare the two. It's a bit more plain, and I don't feel like the lighting was used as good as it was for Capaldi's. So yeah, that's why I've put Series 7's here. And at number 8 we have the War Doctor's TARDIS. Now this one I didn't realise I liked so much until I actually properly looked at it. Before I just thought, oh, it's just a mashup, I won't look too much into it. But when looking at it, it was actually really nice. Like, I really like the silver around the console. It's like, obviously it's like David Tennant's TARDIS, that console, but the silver around it looks really nice, and that's really my favourite bit about it and why I like it so much. There's just something about that that really makes it match, so it's really cool to see that. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I really do like it. It's a good TARDIS interior. It does feel like really good as well. It feels different, even though it's just a mashup of others. So yeah, it is really good. Although my only downside to it is that it is just like a mashup of like Hartnell's and Tennant's TARDIS. So yeah, but it's still really good. So at number 8 will be the War Doctor's TARDIS. At number 7 we have Series 5 Matt Smith's TARDIS. This one is good. This one I do feel like I'm slightly biased to because I did go in this TARDIS at the Doctor Experience and it was really cool. But upon reflection, it isn't the best. It's still really good, don't get me wrong, that's why it's all the way up here, but it's just, I don't know, if you look around properly, it is a bit messy. Just like the console is quite far from the doors and the shape of the TARDIS. It is still good TARDIS, don't get me wrong, and I do really like it. And I like how it is like, the underneath the console is like a whole different area, like a room of the TARDIS, which they did utilise, which was cool. But just the TARDIS itself just felt a bit, I don't know, off and different. Although I will say it feels like it feels a lot bigger on the inside, so they really did well with that one. But yeah, this one is good, but not great, so that's why I've placed that one here. And at number 6, we have William Hartnell's TARDIS from season 1. This one is good, I mean, it's the original, So it's really good. I really do like it. They really did well with it considering how small the budget was. I know it was like in a proper studio, this TARDIS, but it is really good and does look really spacey and futuristic. So they did really well with this considering it was made in 1963. And obviously this is the console all the other consoles were based off of. So it's really good. But the reason it's at number 6 is because I do prefer other TARDISes. So that's why I've put it here. But don't get me wrong, it's a really good TARDIS and I really do like it. Great. And at number 5 I have Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS. This one I feel is more complex than it may seem to rank because it depends what part of the era you're talking from. If we were talking about her TARDIS from, let's say, the Ghost Monument, it's quite nice. It is a bit dark, but it is fairly nice. I mean, coming off the back of Capaldi's TARDIS, it is a bit of a downgrade, but I do like what they did with it, and it is still a really good TARDIS. But then, if you look at the next episode, Rosa, I think that's when the TARDIS looked the worst. The lighting was off; it just looked very brown inside. If you have a proper look at the TARDIS when you watch the Rosa episode, you can really tell that just the TARDIS itself looks horrible. If the TARDIS was like that, then I'd probably put this at one of the lowest. But it does get better as the time goes on. Series 12, they had an update and it looked a lot better. And as the series went on, the TARDIS looked a lot better, and I think it just does deserve more credit. That's why it's up here. But yeah, so I put it here because it's just a bit too difficult to rank. I do like it at times, and sometimes I don't. Like I said, it just depends what part of the era it comes from. But they did do a lot of work on it, and it did get better as the series went on. Great. And at number 4, we have the movie TARDIS. Now, this one is good because it doesn't feel like the traditional TARDIS interior. Even now, it feels a lot different, but a good different because it just feels very out there. It feels very like a Victorian sort of steampunky, I would say. I really like it because it's like dark and mysterious, and it just feels a bit timeless. I don't know. It just feels really like really good TARDIS, and I feel like if they brought it back, it would fit in the modern day Doctor Who. But no, this one was really good and one of the best things from the movie. So yeah, at number 4 will be the TV movies TARDIS. Great, and at number 3 we have season 21's TARDIS. Now I really like this one. This is definitely for me the best of Classic Who. I really like the pattern on the console. I think that's really cool. The buttons as well, the monitor on the actual console itself, and the monitor on the wall in the TARDIS fits really well as well. Also, you've got like the pillars in the walls, they look really cool. The roundels look great. So, all in all, this is a great TARDIS, and I feel like the monitor as well was sort of like a pillar of what future TARDISes will look like. Obviously, we had that with the 11th Doctor's TARDIS, we saw a bit of it in the 13th Doctor's TARDIS. So yeah, really cool that they did that, and yeah, really good TARDIS. I can't fault it. It's really great. So that's why I put it at number 3 because it's my favourite of classic Doctor Who, and definitely a really cool TARDIS. Perfect. And at number 2 is David Tennant's TARDIS slash Christopher Eccleston's. This one's really good. It's difficult to rank because I don't want to tie the nostalgia into it. I do want to try and rank it as if they're the best or not. But this one is a really good TARDIS. It does feel very like organic and alive. Also, the lighting they do use the lighting well. Probably not as well as if they had it in Doctor Who nowadays. But no, the lighting was really well, like the green and the orange. It just felt very, like I said, organic and alive. But no, it's a really good TARDIS, and I really do like it. So yeah, that's why it's at number 2. Great, and at number 1 we have Peter Capaldi's TARDIS. Now this one is the best for me. It's so futuristic, multiple floors, the holes in the floor with the steam coming out made it feel really atmospheric. You've got the atmospheric lighting. I mean, all of it is just great. The way it was lit, the way it was made, everything about it is really, really cool. I just really like this one. I feel like this is definitely the best TARDIS interior. I wish they kept it a bit more. It was just really, really cool, and I really like that one. So that's why it's at number 1. It's just lit perfectly. It looks beautiful, and I would have loved to go on the set of this. But no, really cool TARDIS this one. So this is definitely number 1 for me. It's absolutely great. Perfect, and that's my TARDIS ranking. Please do let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know your rankings. And if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and comment. And subscribe as well if you've enjoyed. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. And when I do, I'm going to try fish fingers and custard for the first time. So if you'd like to see that, then please do subscribe.